Hey Internet, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program on Wings. My name is Abby and we have our very first launch for today in 3, 2, 1 and lift off. Here we go again. Okay, let's talk a little bit about what I'm doing here. I've created a completely new booster rocket, and we are currently launching our next generation travel stage, or not travel stage, but crew compartment for our brave Kerbal who are sitting down there. We have Dirter, we have Jetmai, and we have Bering. And these three guys will now head off to our science station at first and rendezvous with it, and they will capture also the Kerbin Departure Stage and dock it to the science station, because I have here a docking port on top and a docking port on the bottom of my crew vessel, and I hope I can use it a little bit as a space tug to bring my Kerbin Departure Stage back to the science station and refuel it there, and they won't drift apart, and we can prepare our way up to the moon. As I said during the last episode, my next goal is going to the moon. The moon mission is a little bit like a last test before we head off and leave the sphere of influence of Kerbin and fly hopefully up to Duner or something like this. And so in this case, the upcoming mission up to the moon is a little bit the last test before we can head off into the space of our solar system. And yes, so much about this. So we have to launch our new components up into space, and this is what we want to do right now and prepare our mission. Afterwards, I like to recycle again my my Kerbin Departure Stage, but we have to launch another fuel tank, because going to Duna requires us for some more Delta V, and so we need some more fuel. But this will happen in the future episode. Right now our main goal is going up to the moon and have another moon mission with a new lander, because I've also constructed a lander, and we will launch this lander later in this episode or maybe in the next episode. And we will use this lander to land on the moon, and I think we will improve also the lander a little bit for the landing on Duner. So we have to check this out later on, but at first moon mission. So my main goal is going up to the moon, and another interesting thing, I've added here this, well, let's say it, science compartment. It's also equipped with 2 docking ports, so I can dock it to my crew vessel, and I can also undock it from my crew vessel and dock it to the lander and land the thing on the surface of the moon to bring back some science, and then I can dock it again to the crew vessel, and so I can exchange the science compartments and the science components and bring them back to our science station to clean them, and so I can reuse also the science compartments, and they are not permanently mounted to a lander or a specific spacecraft, so I can exchange them and equip every spacecraft I will build with the new system or with the science system, and so I can get some more science everywhere I am going, and so I hope I'm a little bit more flexible in my mission designs and also in my rocket designs. Okay, as usual, I've set my science station as the target, and we need to bring our apoapsis to the altitude of my science station before we will have our first engine cut off and coast a little bit before we have to reignite our engine to accelerate us to orbital velocity. So yeah, a lot of exciting things to do. As you can see, I've also used the, how's it called, the Mark 1 -2 command pod, so the bigger one. I have now 3 astronauts who are going into space. So yes, I've improved everything a bit. Now we have to pay attention a bit, because we are now coming up, and yes, we are a bit ahead of the station. This is okay, so I will bring us again into a little bit higher orbit so the station can catch up as usual, the usual procedure. And as usual, I will also do my maneuver node trick. And yes, so far so good. we are now getting into space. This is good. So we can now extend our solar panels. So we can recharge our batteries. I hope the science container won't... Are you on direct sunlight? Great, okay. It's working as intended, very good. So yeah. So much about... Whoa, wobble. So much about my mission design. Let's fast forward a bit in time, because we need to wait for our apoapsis. And 3, 2, 1... Break, break, break. Okay, we have reached our apoapsis. Now it's time to insert ourselves into our orbit around Kerbin. Around here. We are pointing toward the prograde vector, that's very good. And now let's do it from this perspective. And goodbye maneuver node. And let's throttle up. Okay, let's have a short break here, because we need to separate from our booster stage at first. Goodbye booster stage. And let's ignite the second stage, or the last stage of our booster rocket, to raise our periapsis. And come on, come on, come on. It's going up and going up, very good. And do we have almost a rendezvous there? Not quite yet, but I think we have in the near future. So let's accelerate a bit more. Okay, and now it's time again to play around, to check where we need to decrease a bit our... There it goes. What do we have here? 70 kilometers. Okay, we are a little bit off, so I like to do here at the ascending node my maneuver. Maybe I can figure this out when I'm doing a bit of a correction burn at the same time. Minus 0.7, minus 0.6. Oh, 0.0, this is good. Okay, now I think I need to decrease a bit my... Can I... Huh. Okay, let's redo this again. I want to just do my plane change a bit. Okay, like this. In 10 minutes, so let's fast forward in time to do our maneuver at first. And 2, 1, and have a break over here. Let's turn toward the maneuver node. And we are doing it again in the shadow. That's that. Okay, and in a short amount of time, now it's time to throttle way up. Let's do the correction burn. Okay, very good. So let's check again. When do we need to do our burn? Over here, 2.6, 1.6. This is amazing. Okay, another 9 minutes to wait. Very good. Let's fast forward again. And we are back in the sunlight. This is amazing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's have a break again, because we need to turn to our retrograde vector. Like here. Okay, speaking a little bit about my main spacecraft for the crew, it has no directly propulsion system. It only has the RCS system, so it's mostly dependent on everything else, like the booster stages or so on. It can dock to, and it won't be able to do much of a orbital burn or any burns at all. It only can do some tiny maneuvers with its RCS system, but I think this is still okay, and it will still do whatever I need to. And especially, as I said, I want to use it a bit like space talk as well. So I think this will do an awesome job. Okay, now we are coming towards our rendezvous. Let's do the same thing, and oh no, we have it again in the shadows. All the same issue with me and my docking and rendezvous maneuvers, because all the same time I am doing it in the shadows of Kerbin. This is really sad. And I even haven't put any lights on my spacecraft itself, so this is also a problem as well. Okay, and here we are coming towards it. I really like to... I like to do the rendezvous with my departure stage science station set as target. Okay. This is very good, because I like to rendezvous at first with the... this is pretty much unfortunate. I think we have to kill at first all of our relative velocity. Let's start with this. Because at first I like to rendezvous with the Earth's departure stage, and then I like to bring back the stage towards the science station, so we can refuel it there, and we don't have the issue again of having trouble to rendezvous with it, or to refuel, or doing anything else. So we have only one contact in space, and this is my science station, and so it will slimline a bit everything, and hopefully make everything a little bit more easy to prepare my departure and my moon mission later on, when I'm preparing my moon mission, as I said, and when I assemble my spacecraft in space. Okay, now we are approaching my target. We are approaching the Earth departure stage. Very good. So the science station is floating over there. It's interesting because as I left my Earth departure stage, or my Kerbin departure stage on its own, it was only a few hundred meters, or only 100 meters away from the science station, and now we are currently about 3 kilometers away from the science station. So this is also why I like to dock to the science station with my departure stage, or I have to search for it every time, and this is really unfortunate if I have to do every time the same approach and look for all the components which are currently in space, and this is not so much of a great deal. So I really like to have everything assembled into one place, and there I can finally start to assemble my complete station. Okay, now we are coming around. Only 200 meters away from the departure stage, looking good so far. Let's brake. And let's switch over to the docking and enable RCS. Oh well, let's wait a short amount of time. So let's turn here to kill also the last piece of our relative velocity towards the departure stage, and we are almost well aligned with the docking port. This is amazing. So let's turn toward the docking port. Maybe around here. So far so good. Let's accelerate a bit into this direction. And yes, we are almost 3 kilometers away from the science station. This is a bit unfortunate, but I think we have enough fuel in my... Yes, we have enough fuel left, so I can do the rendezvous, and I think I have also enough fuel left in the Kerbin Departure Stage, so it shouldn't be any issue to rendezvous with the science station and to dock to it. Okay, and we are almost well aligned with it. Let's reduce everything. Okay, we have killed all of our relative velocity. Let's turn towards the docking port. Like here. Okay, very good. And now let's start floating towards it. Looking good so far, and I'm really excited about my science container or science stage or however I like to call it, because it gives me so much option on and so much new flexibility, and this is really great. I really like this concept I came up with, and I hope it will do whatever I desire and whatever I hope for. So that I'm really flexible if I use this, and I can attach it to every other spacecraft as well and have science on it without having the need of launching all the science at the same time. Okay, let's have our rendezvous and docking confirmed. We've captured our science station. No, not the science station. We've captured the Kerbin Departure Stage. Let's shut down the engine because we just want to use our booster engine, and the next thing is we need to target our science station, and this is pretty bad. Let's kill at first all of our relative velocity before we can start to approach it. Like now. Okay, let's turn towards it. Around here. Very good. And now let's start approaching it. Let's propel ourselves towards it. So we are doing also a little bit housekeeping or station keeping or however you want to call it, because we are trying to tidy a little bit our space and our orbit, so we are well prepared for upcoming missions and for the preparation of our next moon mission. Okay, now. And the only thing I'm a little bit scared of is that I'm bringing more and more parts into the same space, and I'm not sure how good my computer will react to it when I assemble my spacecrafts near the science station, and I have so many parts at the same time. So I think my computer will have to catch some breath and will have a hard work and hard time to render all the things and to come up with or to work with all the physics. And so I hope everything will still work out well and won't be just laggy or have a lot of issues or so. So I hope we can still have some high quality images without having too much of a lag, because I'm assembling everything in one space. This would be really sad if this happens to us. But I'm still confident that everything will work out well. At least I hope so. Okay, we are now approaching the station. This is looking very good. We are coming towards the station. This is amazing. Only 350 meters away. All my 3 carbonauts are happy, or seem to be happy. This is good. And we have again the docking on the dark side. This is really sad. So, okay. It's time to kill now all of our relative velocity. Only 100 meters away. Very good. Okay. We came to a stop. Very good. Very amazing. So, what's next? I think at first we need to switch over to the docking again once more and hopefully turn towards our retrograde vector. To come to a stop. Okay. Very good. So the next thing is, what do I want to do at first? I need to turn around because I want to make sure that I can bring back my booster stage to the surface of Kerbin, or at least let it crash to the surface of Kerbin, so I don't have any space debris. I have some fuel left here. And how is this thing looking? I like to, well, it's hard to, well, no. I will just decouple. Very good. Goodbye. Let's switch to it. Very good. And let's turn it around. I want to change to the orbit view. I need to hurry a bit because I don't have so much electric charge left in this stage. So like here, very good. And now let's kill all of our orbital velocity. Very good. Now we are crashing into the surface and we have done what I wanted to do. So now I have here my docking port and I like to maybe dock to the bottom of my space station. Or will I dock up here? No, I think the bottom might be fine. Let's do the whole docking process. What do I need to do at first? At first I need to kill again all of the relative velocity, so I don't have any issues of floating around. And now let's start to turn toward the docking port. Oh, I think I just realized one thing I have to fix around here. Very good. Now let's accelerate. Oh, no, wrong direction. I need to control from here so I see it in the right way. No, I'm doing it right. Okay. A bit of a confusion to control it in the right way. And now we are approaching the science station and we are able hopefully to finally dock to it, and so we have the Kerbin Departure Stage also assembled to the science station. Very good, we are coming closer and closer. And I also think at some point, or maybe in the next episode or so, I need to launch a resupply mission, because I don't think I have enough fuel in my space station up here. And I think I will need to send some kind of refueling mission up here, so I'm able to refuel my Kerbin Departure Stage, or I won't have enough fuel to do everything I like to do. And this would be also unfortunate. So I think next episode will also be about sending or doing a resupply mission from my space station. Now I hope I won't run into it. No, looking good. Let's turn towards the docking port. Well, maybe I need to come a bit closer to it. Let's make sure that everything is aligned, well aligned. Careful, careful. Okay, maybe like here. I hope I won't run into it. So let's turn again towards the docking port. Now it's looking almost good. Let's do it very, very slowly. We are a little bit off, but I think it might be alright, or at least I hope so. Yes, we have contact. And docking confirmed. Well done. So we have our Kerbin Departure Stage, we have our crew vessel, we have the science compartment, and the only thing that's missing right now is my lander, so I can land on the moon and bring back some science and some interesting data. But before we will do this, I like to check out. I have some fuel here. Let's check this out. I need to refuel my Kerbin Departure Stage, so let's bring all the fuel, or hopefully a lot of fuel, into the stage. And okay, this tank is full. Let's continue with this. And bring back all the... Hey, wow! Durder is pretty happy. Durder is happy. Jetmai is looking as he is on drugs or so. And Bering is, well, Bering, I don't know. I think he has also smoked something or is also on drugs too, like Jetmai. And only Durder has the time of its life. He's really happy. Okay, this tank is also fuel. Very good. Full. Empty. This is not good. Let's bring back some fuel there, and we have luckily some more fuel in my science station. So I'm pretty excited to see how much fuel I need to bring up into space to refuel my Kerbin Departure Stage in order to fly up there to the moon. And the next interesting thing will be the assembling of the Dunar mission, but this will happen after we finish with the moon, because I need to test at first the lander and everything else before I can head off to Dunar. Okay, this tank is also empty. Let's fill in some fuel. And what do we have? We have one fuel tank left. One is full. This one is empty. No. And let's refuel this one as well. So it's a tidy process, and it's tedious and so on. So refueling is also a hard job in space, but luckily we are now in the sunlight. This is amazing as well. So I think I should turn my camera around so we can see Kerbin beneath us, like this. This is looking much better. Okay, this fuel tank is also empty. Let's refuel it also a bit. Okay, so what do we have? Full, not full, okay. And full, very good. Empty. Let's refuel a bit. Okay, what about my station? All the supply tanks of my station are now empty. Okay, so I don't have any fuel left. What about RCS? I need to refuel a bit the RCS tank of my crew vessel, and there I have also the RCS tanks I like to refuel right away. So let's do this. No, not the solar panel, the RCS tank, and refuel. Okay, very good. So all my station supply tanks are now empty, and the Kerbin Departure Stage is still not completely refueled, so I need to send at least one refueling mission up there, and also my lander. But this will happen in the next episode, so thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit, as I was doing so many things about refueling and capturing my my Kerbin Departure Stage and docking to everything and bringing it back to the science station. So it was a lot of tedious work. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you do so, please like my video on YouTube, please become a subscriber of my YouTube channel, and also please leave me a comment what you think about Kerbin Space Program, and I hope I see you again in the next episode when we launch my lander and when we hopefully being able to continue with our moon mission. Yeah, so much about this. Thank you so much for watching again. My name is Abby. See you!